Hey, it's Robert Scovill. I'm the Senior Specialist for Live Sound Products at Avid, and I am going to tell you everything that we're doing at NAB in 2018. So here we go. So for Live Sound, we've introduced this new concept called the S6L Unified Platform. And trust me, folks, this is indeed a paradigm shift in the way live sound products are going to be manufactured and presented to the market. So I'm going to run you through a few things. So, Unified Platform. First thing I want to talk to you about, though, is a few things that have been going on in venue land. As you guys know, S6L has been into the market since 2016. We're constantly in development with it, and that includes software and hardware. So here we go. Venue 5.6 software, an iOS app, and Venue 5.7 software. We're going to talk about both of these very quickly. One of them is the Waves integration. We have a integration now to the Waves SoundGrid server. If you'll notice, we have a card that goes in our engine, and it allows simple Cat5 connection right from the engine to their server. All right, so deepest integration possible really for Waves SoundGrid right now. Also offers redundancy, as you can see on screen, where we have a second server that can go up there with full rollover for fails. All right, so if you go over here, just give you a sense of what's happening with Waves SoundGrid on Venue. I have it hooked up here, and you notice I have a plugin up on the screen, and also have the ability to control that plugin with the encoders on the console. So, you know, I could be controlling one plugin here, I could be controlling another plugin here, another plugin here. I have multiple selections and plugin control on the console, which is really, really cool. Also completely integrated to our snapshot system. You can offload and onload presets for your plugins, for your Waves plugins, etc. It does accept legacy venue show files, so you could have older profile show files that have Waves plugins in that architecture. Just come in and load that show file on the console, and it will populate the Waves plugins in the rack for you. So really, really strong integration of S6L to Waves. Next thing we'll talk about here is some of the development that has gone on for S6L since we released in 2016. Really, really rich and rapidly changing development over time with S6L here. Lots and lots of stuff, as you can see here. Over 15 venue software releases since launch in 2016. So really a lot of work going into this platform behind the walls at Avid. So the Unified Platform, let me kind of explain what that means and what that talks to. And really, it's one of these things that we've been driving to for a long time, since the very beginning of Venue and DigiDesign at that point coming into the market. This is a vision we had a long time ago, and we're going to realize that vision with this thing called the Unified Platform. And that is 100% hardware, software, and workflow compatibility in the entire line of products. All right, so let me explain and show you what that means, show you what it looks like here. The first product that we're going to announce to enhance the platform is the S6L 24C. As you notice, this is a control surface that is made up of the same components that we use in the S6L 32D and the 24D, just put into a smaller form factor. So we can actually expand the line. If you take this control surface and match it up with one of our midline engines and a stage rack, we can actually release it at the exact same price point that we release Profile, okay? So this is a very strong entry into the platform concept. The next piece we have is the S6L 16C. Again, this is a 16 fader version of the console where we have knob modules, fader modules, and the master module. And again, don't be fooled by this. In terms of size, remember in this unified platform architecture, everything works with everything. So you could take this small control surface and attach it to our biggest engine, our 192 engine, and in a 3x3 footprint be in control of 192 mic pre's and 96 aux mixes. So, you know, incredible power in that concept. Next piece we'll show you is we're going to move up to the S6L 48D. That is what you see sitting in front of you here in this room. This is a very large control surface, again, manufactured of the same modules, the same fader modules, same knob modules, just expanded out to a very big footprint. We're very excited about this. This will actually showcase and enhance our dual operator workflows. For you guys that know S6L 32D and 24D, you understand the concept of local selection, global attention, where we can select a channel and work on it locally here. At the same time, select a second channel, work on it here, and right on down the line. Any of these 8-channel buckets will allow selection and work. Well, that plays perfectly into the dual operator workflow, where we can have an operator working here with his own designated headphone output, another operator working here with his own designated headphone output, and working almost completely out of each other's way. Okay, so this control surface is actually aimed at high-end theater, high-end performing arts centers, top-tier houses of worship, and as I've come to find out over the last few days from talking to a lot of people, monitor engineers are over the moon about this, us releasing this console with this many faders up. So going to get a lot of traction on this, I predict. It's going to be really, really good. Here's the latest engine offering. This is called the E6L 112. As you can see, this is the exact same form factor as our other engines. This is going to offer 112 processing channels that can access any number of pre's. I think 48 auxes is right, if I remember, 2 HDX cards, etc. So just yet another engine offering to be able to get pricing down, but yet not lose any element of control if you choose to do that. But again, because it can connect to any control surface and any I/O that we offer, right? So you can configure any size system you want to do. Next piece is the Stage 32. This is a really nimble stage rack offering where we can have multiple versions of this stage rack in our system. We could create an entire input rack, an entire output rack. You could do 16 inputs, 16 outputs to create an insert rack. You could do a complete Dante rack if you want to do this here. All available on the AVB network, and again with MADI output built into the stage rack. So there's 32 channels of output there available when you're using it as an output rack. Last piece I'll show you here that we're adding to the platform is the Venue Local 16. When I showed you the actual S6L 16C surface, it's important to note that there physically was not enough room on the back of that console to put I/O on it, so it kind of mandated that we develop an outboard I/O rack in order to have local I/O on that control surface. So the beauty that we get with that is that we have the ability to then expand the I/O on any of the control surfaces. You would just connect this local 16 to the local network I/O, and then you've expanded your I/O count locally at the console with 8 analog ins, 8 analog outs, and 8 stereo inputs and outputs, or 8 digital inputs and outputs. So here's the entire announcement here at NAB. 6 major pieces to be released and added to the S6L 32, S6L 24D, S6L or E6L 192 and 14 engines, and the Stage 64, completing an entire suite of products that is available to be made into any size system. So a really, really powerful concept here, unlike anything you can see anywhere else right now. It is truly an a la carte system where you can build to any size system you need. So that's what we got going on at NAB 2018. Good stuff here from my perspective, so we'll turn it back to you guys. We'll see you all later. Maybe tune in tomorrow. I'll take you out on the show floor, and we'll take a look at the 16C and the 24C up close and personal out there. I'll give you some run-throughs on that. Thanks, guys. We'll check in with you later. Bye-bye.